Moving along, big news in the world of the UFC's light heavyweight division. You may have heard of this man. If you are a kickboxing fan, they call him the Rebel. His name is Gokhan Saki, one of the best ever to compete in kickboxing. He's coming to the UFC. He has signed a deal with them. He's moving over to MMA full-time, and he's joining us right now on the phone. Gokhan, how are you?
Good, Ariel. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the time, and I appreciate your patience as well. So this one kind of came out of nowhere. A lot of people didn't expect you to come over to the UFC. They don't usually sign fighters, you know, with your resume who are 0-1 in MMA. You haven't fought in MMA in 13 years. How did this all come about?
Yes. You know, one day, like a couple of weeks ago, my old friend, old manager, Martijn de Jong, he gave me a call, and we was talking about glory and about what's going on, and when is my next fight, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere, he called me one day later, and he says, "You're interested in fighting for the UFC?" I say, "Yeah, why not? We are fighters, and I love watching UFC the last year, 1.5 years, and I was like, why not? Let's talk about it, you know." So he said, "Okay, let me talk with the boys, and I'll call you back." So a matchmaker of UFC called him for another fighter, and this fighter signed already for another organization. So Martin talks about me, and they had interest in me fighting for the UFC. So everything starts like this, you know.
And so why are you deciding to leave the world of kickboxing, where you've been so successful for so long, and move into a world where, like I said, you only have one fight and it was 13 years ago? Do you feel like you have to do this because there weren't opportunities for you in kickboxing, or is this something that you want to do at this time?
You know, for me, in kickboxing, there was only one fight to do. And not to prove myself, but this fight I really want to do, because the way how I lose from Rico Verhoeven was not the way for me that I can say I lose that fight, you know. But also many things happen. I dominate Glory. I dominate kickboxing for a couple of years. And after I was champion, I felt they didn't push me or support me, you know. I broke all the gate records, and no thank you. So I was not happy anymore with Glory. So after my fight with Tyrone Spong, everything starts with Glory, you know. I still had a fight with Glory, and in the contract was some money I was getting, and they was not allowed to pay that money anymore because the organization was not going good, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, no problem, you know. I give something back, and you come, you give me a little bit, you know. So they want to push me down like 70% of my money, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. I'm a fighter. That moment, if people was talking about Glory, people was talking about me. So I was the one who was making Glory for from the beginning, together with a couple of other fighters. And yeah, in the end, these things happen, and a lot of fighters stop with Glory. And yeah, there is no old school kickboxing anymore. So for me, there is no challenge anymore, you know?
You wrote a long message on your Facebook page about your situation with Glory and your efforts to get the Rico Verhoeven fight. In your opinion, why do you think that fight never happened?
Long story, man. I put the story on my Facebook. Everything stays on my Facebook, you know. For me, Glory, it's like my ex-girlfriend, and I forget Glory. I signed with UFC, and I even don't want to talk about it anymore, you know?
Okay, fair enough.
Don't take me wrong.
Why haven't you competed in over 2 years? Your last kickboxing match was in April of 2015. Why the delay in return to action?
Because there was no other organizations. I fight GFC in Dubai, my last fight, and this organization paid me very good. Nobody paid me like this. They bring also a very big sponsor to me, but they only organize 2 or 3 times, and then I think the sponsorship stopped with them, so they stopped the organization. After I get some offers from small organizations, and I was like, I'm not hungry at this moment. I want to take my rest, and when I come back, I will come back on a way, like the best way,
Yeah.
For me, this is the best way to come back.
In your mind, are you done with kickboxing? Will you never compete in a kickboxing match again?
Come on, bro. I'm going to bring kickboxing to the octagon, bro. Kickboxing is my thing, Kickboxing is my life. And I stopped showing it for 2 years, and I can't wait to show it again, man.
Fair enough.
I really can't wait.
Did you talk to any other organizations in MMA or just the UFC? Like, for example, I thought that maybe you'd be a perfect fit in Bellator as well, because Scott Coker loves kickboxing and has his own kickboxing promotion.
No, I don't talk with other organizations. If, like I say, when I'm gonna make my comeback, I wanna do it on the biggest stage. And for me, UFC is the biggest and most popular combat event in the world. So this is the best way to come back for me.
In the press release to announce your signing, they said that you might debut in September in Rotterdam, which would make a lot of sense since, of course, you are of Dutch descent as well. Is that a done deal? Is that when you will debut for the UFC?
I would love to. Nothing is sure yet, but I would love to fight in Rotterdam, man. That's what I mean with a comeback like this. I'm born and raised in Holland.
Yeah.
Originally Turkish, based in Dubai, and making my comeback for the UFC in Rotterdam. That will be amazing, man.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
But I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting. So I hope as soon as possible we know when it's the first fight, I'm ready. So I'm just waiting for the call, man.
Do you have a dream opponent in mind for your debut? Is there someone you'd love to fight in your debut?
No, I don't have how can I say? I fight everybody in like the biggest, the smallest, the heaviest, same weight. For me, I really don't care who I'm gonna fight. I'm only really interested in myself. I don't care about other fighters. Sooner or later, I'm going to knock the fuck out of them anyway. So the other doesn't matter to me, So.
And you're going to compete at light heavyweight, right?
Yes, I'm going to compete on light heavyweight.
I noticed on Sunday when the UFC was having its event in Stockholm, you tweeted this: "Wow, such an exciting match for 10-year-olds." Were you talking about the main event with Gustafsson and Teixeira? Because that's your division, right? You're going to be a light heavyweight. Were you referring to that? Were you bored by the fight?
No, it was a nice fight, but it was Teixeira was taking a lot, and I think Gustafsson can finish the fight earlier, but I don't know why he take the risk to wait for so long. I'm looking on a different way, maybe the kickboxing way only. So it was a nice fight. I see a better fight,
Okay.
My favorite fighter in the UFC is McGregor, I love the way he fights. That's the way. That's because I started watching UFC also, So.
You didn't used to watch the UFC a lot?
Not a lot, but when Conor came in the game, I love this guy, you know, the way how we work, the way how we train, his history. I love it. You know, at the same, we also coming from Holland, from the better city, and we really fight for our life, you know. And he has the same, sleeping in the gym, training so hard, and become this big, you know. I really respect that, man. I love that guy.
Have you ever met him?
No, I never met him. No.
You also you also said that this is the UFC's best investment since signing Conor McGregor. That's a pretty bold statement. Why do you feel that way?
You know, I just want to give the people what they want. They want knockouts. They want to be entertained. Like, my fan base is always fanatic. If you look my fight in Istanbul, Holland, arena's full. People were screaming, name, and at the end, I give them what they want. And Conor does the same. And I know the kickboxing was never that big, and we bring kickboxing that far with our fighting style, our explosivity and everything. So that's why I know what I can, and I know if I want something, I work hard for it, I will make it. And I'm thinking already, I'm fighting next year, this time for the title, you know?
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's soon.
I'm ready, man. Yeah, that's ready soon, man. 100%.
How many
and
fights?
I promise you, next year, this year, whatever. After 3-4 fights, I'm ready, man. We'll see.
So when you look at the the division, the 205-pound division in the UFC is a bit shallow these days. So when you look at the top of the division, you have Daniel Cormier, John Jones. When you see those guys, you think you can hang with them right away, right? Considering your background in kickboxing, no problem.
You know, I need to fight a couple of fights, like I said, 2-3 fights, and I'm training for a while, wrestling. You know, I'm Turkish. The wrestling is in our Turkish blood, you know, so I'm talented with wrestling, and jiu-jitsu I'm training. So the experience what I have, not one of these guys have this fighting experience what I have. So why not?
That's the big thing everyone was saying to me last week. Well, what about his wrestling? How comfortable right now do you feel if the fight goes to the ground? Takedown defense, off your back, things like that.
I am, man. I'm not going to go to the ground. That's the thing. I'm ready, man. I'm training wrestling. I'm training jiu-jitsu. You know, when I was young, I was playing soccer. I was talented. And the same time I was doing kickboxing, I was number one. So, you know, I am somebody who's in love with sport. Tennis, I can play tennis. So wrestling, I learned things really fast. Jiu-jitsu also, the guys was surprised, you know, how fast I was learning the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling. So, like I said, if you're hungry, if you want to learn, and if you have something in your mind and you believe in it, you will make it, man. I proved myself 100 times, and I'm going to prove everybody again. Like, I'm going to show people, like the kickboxing world, if they believe they can make it in the MMA. Mm. And I believe if more kickboxers gonna try the MMA and love it, do it with love, not only for the money or blah blah blah. They will show them, you know, because they show already with kickboxing. So why not with MMA?
By the way, I'll never forget when you fought Tyrone Spong and he injured his leg. The way you went over to him and showed compassion. I thought it was, you know, in a really dark moment.
Humble.
It was a really, you know, lovely moment to see just how you were caring for your opponent. And I'm wondering, just mentally, did that mess you up at all? I mean, that's a traumatic thing to go through for both you and him. Did you feel like it was hard to think about fight sports the same after going through that?
You know, it was hard first time I see a moment like this, I was 13 years old. There was a Richard Pant versus Floyd Van Dam's K1 fight. It was in Holland, and I see the guy break his leg, and I was like, fuck, what is this, man?
Yeah.
And then same thing happened in my fight with Tyrone Spong, and Tyrone is like a brother. I know Tyrone, we grow up together. He's from Amsterdam, I'm from Rotterdam, but I'm from Schiedam, close to Rotterdam, but the way we grow up, like if there was a if there was a kickboxing event, always we see each other. We was on our way the #1 fighter, so always we have good contact, you know. And then you fight each other for the second time, and then something like this happened. His family was there in Turkey, and his mom was there, and there was like 13,000, 14,000 crazy Turkish crowd. So for me, that was the best situation, the way handled the situation, also for the family and also for him, you know. It was really out of my heart, and the moment we fighting, we fighters, we animals. I want to kill my opponent, but when it's finished, it's finished, you know. And I like that way, you know. So that was the reason, man.
But did it mess you up at all afterwards? I mean, did you not want to fight after? I know you fought shortly thereafter, but then you took the long break. Were there any, you know?
No.
Okay.
I was okay with that, you know.
Okay.
I mean, we are fighters. That moment was nasty to see.
Yeah.
What happened, but yeah, this is the sport, you know. This can happen with football, with soccer, or with NBA, whatever. This is life. So I can't stop working because of this, you know.
Fair enough. Okay, so this is very exciting. A lot of people are very excited to see you debut in the UFC. I love that video that you did of you in the cage and you took off the T-shirt and it had UFC on it. Very well produced. There's some great buzz here, and I think the 205-pound division could use you. I love this signing by the UFC. Really kind of came out of nowhere, but kudos to them for actually getting it done. And you're going to be training in Dubai, right? That's where you live now? That's where you train?
Yes, I live here for 3 years, and I'm training here with my wrestling. I'm doing with the Tamkhan.
Yeah.
And jiu-jitsu, some good Russian guys, and black belt jiu-jitsu. A lot of black belts in Dubai from Brazil and from Russia also. So I'm doing my camp here. Mike is gonna come over. Now it's Ramadan. Ramadan is finished after 3 weeks, and Mike is going to come for 2 months. My strength and conditioning trainer is going to come. So we're going to make a big camp here in Dubai, man.
I love it. Well, I wish you the best, Gokhan. It's great to talk to you for the first time. And like I said, love the signing.
Thank you very much.
And very looking forward to your debut. It's going to be great. All the best to you. Good luck in training, and hopefully we'll get to see you debut in Rotterdam.
Thank you very much for that. Take care, and it was good to speak with you, man.
It was a pleasure. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Gokhan, and best of luck to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
There he is, Gokhan the Rebel, Gokhan Saki, one of the biggest names in the world of kickboxing, now moving over to the UFC. Like I said, a unique signing for the UFC, typically the kind of signing that other promotions make, Bellator, World Series of Fighting, etc. But they need some names at 205. They need some draws. Popular in Europe, popular here in the kickboxing world. I love this one. And yes, he's only fought in MMA once, and that was back in 2004, but holy smokes, the guy has what, 80-something kickboxing victories under his belt? The man knows how to fight. So let's see what happens when he gets to the ground, but this is the kind of excitement that I like. This is fun. And this is what the UFC was built on, right? Guy comes in from another sport. Of course, it has evolved since then, but I'm still down to see it when the timing is right. The timing is right now for Gokhan Saki.